Okay guys, let's talk about throwing the changeup. Now with the changeup we have to talk about simulating seam spin, simulating arm speed, and simulating ball flight. So we have to come up with a grip that's going to simulate all three of these things. Now how we do that is we take our four-seam fastball grip and we're going to replace the two strongest fingers on our hand, which is our index finger and our middle finger, and we're going to replace them with these two fingers. They're going to lay across the ball just like a four-seam grip. You have your middle finger here, your ring finger here, your thumb's going to be underneath the ball to steady and help control the pitch. I'm showing you a circle changeup, so my finger is going to circle on the side, not necessarily an OK circle, but it's going to circle nonetheless and attach itself to the thumb. The pinky finger, instead of getting up underneath the ball, is going to hang along and come along for the ride, right up alongside the baseball there. Now, what I got from here is I have a four-seam fastball with different fingers and a couple fingers alongside the ball. All I want to do now is I want to just throw it like a fastball, make sure our fingers get out on top, releasing the ball out in front of your eyeballs, and letting the magic happen. Because of your grip, and because of the grip on the seams, you're going to have seam spin, you're going to be able to simulate the same arm speed as a fastball, and the ball flight's going to remain the same on its way to the plate. And the hitter's going to get fooled with the timing, and that's what's eventually going to draw them out in front, and you're going to end up beating them with this changeup. Now when throwing a changeup for youths, you got to remember that the grip itself is actually what slows down the pitch, not arm speed. So as they start to grow up, from the time that they're 6, 7, 8, 9, you have to remember that their hands aren't fully developed, and the ball is roughly the same size as an adult-sized baseball. So what you have usually in the lower early stages of a baseball career is you have kids that are still throwing the ball with all four fingers. Okay? Now in order to simulate changeups when you have to use all four fingers, what you can do is you can either spread the fingers out a little bit wider or set the ball back inside your palm a little different. Now this palm ball is a little different as opposed to the circle changeup, which I threw off the edges of my fingertips. Now a palm ball is something I learned when I was growing up and my hand wasn't as big enough to cover the baseball. And what the palm ball is you're going to hold it just like a four-seam grip back in your palm. But instead of being up on the pads of your hand like our first changeup was, we're actually going to put the ball up in our palm here. The thumb's still going to be underneath the ball to steady the pitch. Now the fingers, all four of them, are going to lay over the top of the baseball, so we're choking the grip back in our hand. Now from here what we want to be able to do, the grip and the arm motion for this kind of pitch, for a youth pitch, is just making sure that you keep your hand behind the ball. You want to pull your hand down just like the old schoolers used to say, pulling down a window shade and keeping the palm facing the batter as you pull the pitch down. Now this pitch works as it rolls off the fingertips all the way out to the plate. It's going to mimic the same four-seam rotation, and because of your arm action, the hitter's going to get drawn to the pitch, hopefully a little earlier than intended, and you'll get a great reaction from him as he's early out in front of the plate, gives you either weak contact or swings and misses at the ball.